Hey, how's it going everyone? In this video, we have some news on the reason why Asuka is still missing from WWE, the latest on Shane McMahon getting let go by WWE, and a lot more. But before we begin, if you are new to our channel, don't forget to subscribe for more wrestling news. Keith Lee, Karrion Kross, and other former stars now free agents. On the 4th of November, WWE released multiple stars from the main roster and also from NXT, and the reason that they gave was due to budget cuts. And even though some of those stars only had 30-day non-compete clauses, main roster superstars like Keith Lee and Karrion Kross had 90-day non-compete clauses, which have now officially expired. Therefore, it looks like Ember Moon, Scarlett Bordeaux, Mia Yim, Nia Jax, Eva Marie, Keith Lee, and Karrion Kross can now sign with any company of their choosing. Latest details on Shane McMahon getting let go by WWE. Recently, fans were left shocked with the news of Shane McMahon getting let go by WWE shortly after making his return to the company. Well, now new information has been revealed regarding what led to his departure from WWE following his return at the Royal Rumble. Because according to a new report from Mike Johnson of PW Insider, Shane McMahon was extremely frustrated on the day of the Royal Rumble due to his ideas getting rejected by Vince McMahon on the day of the pay-per-view. It was also stated that the talk backstage was that Shane McMahon wasn't being allowed to do what he wanted and was greatly preoccupied by his own role in the Royal Rumble. Reason why Asuka is still missing from WWE. One of the names that many fans hoped to see return at the Royal Rumble was Asuka, but sadly she never appeared on the show. Well, according to a new report from Fightful.com, Asuka and Kairi Sane were two names that were discussed for a return at the Royal Rumble. However, WWE felt that it would be easier to bring in other talent than Kairi Sane. And in regards to Asuka, WWE still feel like she is not physically ready to return at this point in time. Therefore, it looks like the reason why Asuka is still missing from WWE television is because she is still not physically ready to compete. Alright guys, so going over the topics that we discussed today, the first topic that we talked about was Keith Lee and Karrion Kross and other former WWE superstars now officially free agents. And in my opinion, guys, I think that guys like Karrion Kross and Keith Lee will be very helpful for example, AEW or Impact Wrestling. And in my opinion, I do believe that Keith Lee and Karrion Kross will most likely end up joining AEW, which will be pretty awesome in my opinion. Now, moving on to our second topic, we did talk about Shane McMahon getting let go by WWE, which is very surprising because obviously Shane McMahon just returned at the Royal Rumble, and WWE reportedly had plans for him to be at the Elimination Chamber, plans for him to be a regular on Monday Night Raw as a heel, and also WrestleMania plans. Potentially matches that were discussed were between Seth Rollins or Bobby Lashley as well. So for him to be, gone from WWE is pretty surprising. However, when you have, I guess, problems with Vince McMahon, because apparently Shane McMahon wanted to book the Royal Rumble around himself or make himself look good in the Royal Rumble instead of having like the actual wrestlers look good, is obviously a lot of can bring a lot of problems. So I think that Vince McMahon ultimately thought that by not having Shane McMahon around was the best decision for his guys and things like that. So I guess we'll have to wait and see what ends up happening with Shane McMahon moving forward. Now, the final topic that we discussed today was Asuka and also Kairi Sane not appearing at the Royal Rumble and why is Asuka still missing from WWE. And according to Fightful.com, they are reporting that Kairi Sane and Asuka were discussed to be, entrants in the Royal Rumble. But in regards to Kairi Sane, I think she still lives in Japan. So obviously that is very difficult to have Kairi Sane, have her flown in and then back and things like that. Or not that difficult, but it would be easier to bring in someone who lives in the United States, a former, superstar and things like that. And in regards to Asuka, apparently she is not physically ready to return to in-ring competition, which is very surprising because it's been months and months since the last time Asuka appeared on WWE television. So I guess she is still injured and cannot compete. But hopefully, everything for Asuka, in terms of her physical wellness. Hopefully, we see her back on WWE television because, time is passing by and WrestleMania 38 is basically around the corner. So, with that being said, guys, that is pretty much all of the topics that we talked about today. So, make sure to let me know your thoughts and opinions on the topics that we discussed. Shane McMahon, Keith Lee, Karrion Kross being free agents, and Asuka still not back, I guess from her injury. Make sure to let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay safe. And as always, I will see you guys on the next one.